All right, we're in the new truck. We're going to do a little test drive. Not of the truck itself, already done that. But what we're going to test are these different drive modes. We've got tow haul, and then we've got normal, sport, and eco, I believe. So I'm curious to see if I notice any kind of difference at all in this new 2024 Tacoma or not. So I'm going to flip you around to the head cam. No, I don't wear this just to make myself look good. And then we'll see if there's any differences. All right, first thing we need to do is hit this auto stop off button to get rid of auto stop. Cannot stand that. Now, right now, let's see where we're at. You operate this by pushing the mode you want, either tow haul or drive mode. And I'm in drive mode right now. So I'm going to flip the switch and see where we are on the truck. Right here on the cluster, you can see we're in sport. I'm going to go all the way down to eco. So we're in eco mode right now. Let's see if I really notice any difference. You know, this truck has so much more pickup than the third gen that it's kind of hard to tell. But we're in eco. Takeoff seemed to be fine. Didn't really have any indication from operation, I guess, or response that we were in eco mode. So that's a good thing. So far, it feels pretty good for acceleration. I don't really notice any issues. Maybe eco mode is the way to go for normal driving. I don't know. But of course, we have to go next up. We're going to go to normal. So we're now in normal mode. I can tell a difference. Eco is a bit more muted, subdued. Normal is a bit more responsive. The steering feels the same. I don't feel really any difference as far as that goes. It's going to be interesting to see when we go to sport mode if the steering is any different. I'm not sure if it will be or not. We're going to do that in just a minute. Want to drive a little bit longer in normal mode. Acceleration is good. Maybe just a little bit more, I guess, crisp might be the right word as compared to eco mode, but not horrible at all. Now we're going to stop here because I want to switch to sport, so we'll go ahead and do that. You should be able to see it hopefully on the gauge cluster there. Now we're in sport mode. The gauge cluster just lit up red to let us know we went to sport mode, so that's cool. Let's take off. Not really a huge difference, I don't think. I wouldn't say I really noticed a huge difference from normal, but steering wise does feel a little bit more crisp. I guess I keep using that word. Maybe a little bit tighter than what we had in eco mode, and definitely in normal mode. So now I want to slow down a little bit. I'm going to drop back down into normal mode just to see, and then we're going to go to a higher speed road and see if I notice any differences there. So let's drop down to normal. Didn't feel anything kick down in the truck or anything like that. Let's go down to eco. Didn't really notice any changes in the truck there as far as maybe the truck kicking down into a lower gear or something. Hard to say, but I didn't really notice much there. Let's get out on a higher speed road and we'll see if I notice anything. We're going to start off in eco. Yeah, definitely a little slower on the takeoff, that's for sure. We're going to accelerate up to speed 55 miles an hour on this road, and then I'm going to go ahead and kick it to normal. Here we go. Now we're in normal, and definitely can feel more oomph to the truck in normal mode. And actually we're speeding. The one thing I found about this Tacoma, the 2024, is it's very difficult to stay at the speed limit. It just really wants to go, you know. Now let's go to sport mode, see what happens. Oh yeah, oh yeah. At speed, I can definitely, wow, and we're up. I don't want to get a ticket out here, you know, we were at 64, but now we've kind of gone back down. I'm going to let it go down a little bit, and then I'm going to give it a little bit of gas, again, in sport mode, see if I notice. Wow. It definitely wow, now we're at 60 again. Definitely makes a difference for sure. Now, we have to test tow haul. So let's go back down to normal mode. We're in normal right now. And then to get to tow haul, you push the button, and I'm assuming that's going to put us in tow haul mode. Let's see what happens. I'm driving at 50 miles an hour. And you could see, definitely the RPM's kicked up, that's for sure. All I did was push the button. I didn't give it any more gas. We're in tow haul mode. You can see it on the screen. Let's give it a little gas. Wow, it actually throws you back in the seat a little bit. Simply amazing. Let's kick tow haul mode off. And we definitely dropped down. I don't know if you guys could see it, but the RPMs dropped down, yeah, I don't know, maybe 500 or so, maybe a little bit more, but you definitely could feel the difference. Now, I'm back on driving mode, and we're going to go back to sport, because that is my preferred mode when out just driving around. And we're going to take off from this light, and then I'm going to go to tow haul mode while I'm in sport mode as opposed to normal. And we're going to see if there's really any difference that I can discern from sport mode. All right, so there's sport mode. We're cruising right along, no problems. Keep an eye on the RPM gauge once we're cruising. I'll get it about 50 and just keep it cruising. We're at 51 right here, and I'm going to go ahead and push tow haul. And it switches me back to normal mode, so it kicks me out of sport and then put me into tow haul mode, which I think is a little bit stronger in this truck than sport mode is. So if you really want an extra oomph, tow haul mode is the way to go. Now I'm going to click drive mode again, and I want to see if it puts me back in sport or leaves me in normal. So let's rotate the button. And we've went up to sport. So it does leave you in normal. It won't return you to the setting, I guess, that you had. In my case, it was normal mode. So what's the verdict? Do they make a difference? Subtle between eco and normal, and much more pronounced up to sport. Sport is my preferred setting, I think, for this truck. It is awesome. In tow haul mode, you know, I never really noticed any big differences when I had the 3rd gen just driving on flat ground, but tow haul mode in this 2024 Tacoma, I would say gives you a similar experience as to what you got with tow haul mode in the previous generation Tundra. It made a heck of a difference, and it makes a heck of a difference in this truck. I love it. Just one more awesome thing about the 2024 Tacoma. Leave a comment if you've gotten the new Tacoma. Have you tried any of these different modes, if you have them? And did you notice a difference? I'd just be curious to know. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.